Good evening. You're watching The Big Story here with me, Aarti Subramaniam. Our top focus this evening is civic apathy. Negligence by civic agencies continue to lead to more deaths on the roads of Bengaluru. A 47-year-old man driving a two-wheeler who was on his way back home on the 17th of September fell into a 10 to 12 feet deep open pit and died. The victim was grievously injured and succumbed to his injuries the next day. The area was dimly lit and had no reflectors or warning signs around the deep pit. As per local residents, the pit had been dug up since last year by the Bengaluru Water Supply and Sewerage Board for pipe-laying work and installation. A case of death due to negligence has been registered and a further probe is underway.
Well, another life has been lost due to a badly maintained road and also because of the trench that was dug up by the BWSSB, Bengaluru Water Supply Board, here on Hesraghatta Main Road. In fact, we understand a 47-year-old man identified as Anandappa, he lost his life after he crashed into the barricades, a lightweight barricades, and fell straight into this particular stretch that was dug up by the BWSSB. What's also important to note that there were no reflectors or warning signs or safety signs for that matter to ensure the commuters traveling on this particular stretch of road is giving an information that there is a trench which is dug up here and that they will have to slow down. Also, what we hear from the, especially the police officers, the traffic police here, the Peenya traffic police, they tell us that it is also a badly maintained stretch of road, what you see right onto my left side, and also the street light just where this particular incident took place. We do not see street lights here in this particular spot, which means we see that it is just about at least 50 meters away, 50 to 60 meters away where the street light is. So that could have also posed one sort risk for this particular commuter where he had lost his life. With video journalist Pradeep, this is Shrija reporting for Mirror Now in Bengaluru.
Okay, my colleague Shrija joins us. Shrija, we just saw your report from the spot there, and I think you explained to our viewers, of course, how that place was poorly lit and the barricading wasn't really there, or there was no lighting around the barricading also. But just tell us about how long this road has been like this and who is responsible for its upkeep.
Well, Aarti, before we actually go into details in terms of who exactly is looking after the roads, the road infrastructure, what's important to note that just about a few days ago, nearly 20 days ago, an elderly person, he lost his life here in the city of Bengaluru. Now, the reason what we understand, it was he fell to his death, especially in the pothole, the trench which was dug up by the BWSSB, after which the restoration, which was not followed up either by the BWSSB, the civic body, or even for that matter, the BBMP. Then we saw also the Chief Minister himself, Basavaraj Bommai, and as well as Revenue Minister R. Ashok. They went on to state on record saying in a matter of 20 days, they will ensure that the potholes, especially on the arterial roads, nearly 1,300 kilometers, will be completed. But clearly, today is 21st and the deadline has already ended. But this is what we are looking at. We are just in the heart of the city, which is Commercial Street. Now, this is also one of the major arterial roads. What's important to understand, just a few kilometers from here, probably a kilometer or two, we in fact go across to some of the most important government offices, including especially Vidhan Soudha, the power seat. What's important to note that here is especially coming back to the latest case. Now, straight after that particular deadline, we again came across yet another case saying where we saw one person has once again lost his life, and we did confront the BWSSB engineer himself as to ask him one particular question: why exactly was the pit or the trench that was dug up, and why exactly did they not ensure that it's restored? All that they could in fact tell us, Aarti, over here, now remember, they are responsible responsible people, they are representatives. In fact, taxpayers' money is going to all of these civic developmental works. But clearly, we did not see a very fruitful answer from this, especially the authority. He went on to state that, saying that this entire stretch of road was actually dug up for a purpose to lay a pipeline, but they could not go ahead and also complete the project. Only reason being because the project will be completed in another 1.5 years. So it's a Kaveri water pipeline project, but clearly we did question the chief engineer of this particular project of the phase 5, the Kaveri project phase 5 and phase 4, and he went on to state that, saying yes, it is an unfortunate incident, but the rider was speeding. He clearly blamed it on the rider, is what we witnessed.
Shrija, just stay with us because I just want to play out for our viewers that interview that you were referring to. Let's listen in.
On 17th of September night, around 11:30 p.m., this incident has taken place. Primarily, the work was executed for the fixing of air wall. On that day, it was Vishwakarma Jayanti, and the labours were on leave. Otherwise, that work could have been completed by that time. Due to the Vishwakarma Jayanti, on that day, the workers did not turn to site for work. So this unfortunate incident has happened on the 17th, that the same day night, during the night hours. That is very unfortunate. And
I want to ask you this. Every time when there is either a pothole death or there is badly maintained road, that is especially when the BWSSB has dug up the particular stretch of road, every time we have come across several instances, BWSSB shifting the blame on the BBMP, while the BBMP says BWSSB did not give restoration, charges. This time, what do you want to say? Do you want to exactly shift the blame on the BBMP, or do you all actually admit to the fact that you all failed and also the fact that there is negligence on your part?
Actually, it is not shifting the blame game, madam. Under the Kaveri fifth stage project, after the laying of the pipeline, we are having the provision of road restoration also. Already we had laid the 1600 mm dia pipe along the Esarghetta main road, and we have restored the road to the original condition by laying asphalt also. There is no shifting of blame games from BWSSB to BBMP. As such, previously there was no provision for the road restoration under BWSSB. The amount would have been transferred to BBMP for the restoration. By this time, government and our competent authority has decided.
When was this decided?
During this project initiation, DPR time, that restoration shall be done from under this project only. Accordingly, whatever the dug up portion from the BWSSB, it will be restored to the original condition.
Okay, Shrija is still with us. Now, Shrija, unfortunately, this is not an incident in isolation. One, either the condition of the roads, as you were also just showing us, even in the heart of Bengaluru, the roads, the condition of the roads are terrible. And two, this blame game, this constant passing of the buck. Now, in both the instances, the one that we just saw a couple of weeks ago, where another person unfortunately died after falling after a pothole, in fact, as well as this incident, both was as a result of incomplete work by the sewage department, which is incidentally headed by the chief minister.
Yes, it's also important to understand it's one of the most coveted posts as far as the Bengaluru development is concerned. Now, that is something where Chief Minister, even the previous Chief Ministers, refused to actually give that portfolio to any of their MLAs. What's also important to understand is that Basavaraj Bommai himself, when we did question him in terms of exactly you are handling the portfolio and there are several potholes in the city, you're not able to ensure that there is no infighting within especially the departments, all that he said and countered our questions was that you don't have to create a problem. That means people questioning him is creation of problems, or even for that matter, press people questioning him for failing to do his job is a problem to him. But on ground, what we are witnessing at the moment here is, yes, let me show you across this particular stretch of road. Now, this is, let me go just a bit further here. This is the BWSSB that's completely dug up. Now, you can see the wire, the cables are all over the place. Now, this is an incomplete stretch of road. What we are looking at, just this entire particular stretch of road till the Kamraj Road, what we are looking at has been completely dug up by the BWSSB. The cables are just lying out there. They have just taped it. Now, remember, it's also important to note that these are live wires. They have just taped it, and also just about a few hours ago, Bengaluru also witnessed heavy rain. So when there is heavy rains that's been reported here in the city, now these trenches are just completely invisible, because it is not really invisible to the eyes. Nobody can really even find out if there is a pothole, there is a manhole, even for that matter, if there is a trench. Now that is the condition of the road that I'm standing, which is just a few kilometers, probably 2 or 2.5 kilometers away from Vidhan Sauda, where is other government offices. Now, I'm just crossing across the road to show you the condition here as well. The work is still on. Now, this is incomplete. Now, the question always arises here, Aarti, why exactly is the government always, not once or twice, always taking up the projects, especially during the monsoon season? Because they actually call for tenders during the summer.
Shrija, it's not just in the monsoon season. I think whenever it is, the fact of the matter is you can't leave work incomplete like this, and you can't certainly leave it in that condition. But stay with us. In fact, the BJP spokesperson, Mr. Harish, is with us on the phone line. Mr. Harish, thank you so much for waiting patiently. I don't know whether you've been able to see the visuals that my colleague got us just about 2 kilometers away from the Vidhan Sauda. This is the condition of Bengaluru, a city that was called the Garden City, a city that is known as the Silicon Valley of India. What sort of impression does this send? Is this the advertisement for the city that we really need, where people are dying almost one a week as a result of potholes or poorly kept roads?
See, ma'am, basically it is not rocket science to create this type of roads. All roads should have a road history, and there is no coordination between the various agencies in Bangalore. BWSSB digs up haphazardly, BSNL digs up, KPTCL will do their job, and even cable, OFC cables, they are digging everywhere, but they are not restoring the roads. Actually, BBMP should have a coordination committee with all these agencies. That is Bangalore Metropolitan Planning Authority. It is there, but it is only on paper, and the chairman is Mr. CM. There is no meeting from the past 2 years of this agency which has to take care of all these things. And every road has a defect liability period where the contractor has to take care of the road for 3 years, which is not happening. And basically 13,000 kilometers of roads in Bangalore, out of that only 2,190 kilometers is arterial and subarterial roads, which is taken care by the major road division of our BBMP division. But they are not doing their job properly, and even the contractor is not doing his job. And I think we should have a minister exclusively for Bangalore, which is not happening from past many years. Every time the Chief Minister himself keeps the portfolio, or he should assign somebody to particularly for the Bangalore city, because there are many agencies involved here, KPTCL, BSNL, BESCOM, BBMP, and BWSSB. All these things has to come under one umbrella where there should be a better coordination, which is not happening right now. And this type of rain, if it pours, it is which is not predicted at all. And sometimes there are some potholes which are being dug by BSNL or BWSP, which has to be taken care by them, but they are not doing their job, and they are blaming BBMP also. But somehow I think the blame is on the government, and the government should see that we bring everybody under one umbrella. A better coordination is required, and it has to be taken care. That much I can tell you.
Well, Mr. Harish, I appreciate your honesty and saying this is the government's fault, this is the BBMP's fault, this is the BSSW's fault and the state government's fault, but it is the BJP in power.
Definitely, madam, but we cannot create, heaven in one day, no. It has to take place. But I'm telling you, there is no coordination between all these agencies, which has to be done. Exactly, that's what I'm telling. We lay the road today, tomorrow BSN will dig up telling there is some service utility which there is some blockage, there is some leakage. That should not happen. Once a road is laid, 1 year, we have brought legislation in BBMP where no road should be dug up for 1 year after it is laid. But we are seeing everywhere they're digging up, they're telling no utility, there is some problem. We have to lay OFC cable. This should not happen. I don't know why they are letting the OFC people and others to dig up the road which has been laid up barely 3 months back, 4 months back. That is the problem. That's why we need on bigger authority to take care of all these other agencies to bring it under one umbrella, and a better coordination is needed. Otherwise, every day this will happen, ma'am.
Well, Mr. Harish, like I said, I really do appreciate your candor in holding your own government responsible for the mess that Bengaluru is in. But stay with us. Priya Chetty, citizen activist, also joins us this evening. Priya, you've seen the states of the roads in Bengaluru. In fact, very candidly, we have the BJP spokesperson even admitting that it is a lack of coordination, a lack of oversight that is resulting in this. But a city that was once known as a garden city, as a Silicon Valley, this is hardly the picture, or this is not the image that the city really conveys.
I think apart from being absolutely right, I think we go way beyond image to really now lives. And that, I think, is so frightening that it is happening on a daily basis. We've had the worst rains, I think, in the last 2 days. And I can imagine what even a slightest shower does to our Bangalore roads. I'd like to sort of respond to your question specifically on two perspectives. One is, I think it is much, much more sensible to not to react or complain, but to prevent. And however cliched that sounds, that really is the heart of the issue. At this point, there is nobody who's arguing that this should not happen. The fact is, how should it be prevented? And there are ways and means to be able to do that, and we need to be able to put that on priority. The UMTA, which is the Unified Metropolitan Transport Authority, was overdue by 3 years. It was ready in 2019, but still not presented to the Legislative Assembly. I think it has been presented now. Transport needs to be looked at in a unified manner across multiple, whether it's metro, bus, or traffic, BBMP, and so on. So these are things which help. The third thing, which is also very, very critical, and we must commit to this, is we do have, I think, inter-department monthly meeting under the stewardship of the Chief Secretary, where each department talks about where, the impact of, say, a BWSSB job is affecting a BESCOM one or a BBMP one. And very often the crux is that the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. But the good news is they've understood it and they want to be able to address it. The point is, how effective are they? And this is happening every single day. So if these three perspectives are looked at, I think we can move forward. My biggest worry is once summer comes and things settle down a little bit, I can assure you this would have gone somewhere as one of the discussions that we've had in the past. And it's very reactive and it's very saddening when we see this happening. Right in front of my house, we've had the smart city work that has happened on the pavements, and it's been hardly about 3 weeks. And we see now already the pavement, which is very expensive, very well done, etc., which has been broken up. Our road in front has been broken up because they've suddenly discovered that they have to lay pipes to the Legislative House. I mean, where is it that was not decided before? The BESCOM people, if you want to get the pipes into the smart city roads, apparently there's a large amount of payment to be made because they have to do some work. Why are these things done so last minute? And my last point to you is this. Safety is at a very low premium here, very, very sadly so. So if you look at the case of this person who fell down the pit, it's because the contractors have not fulfilled their job completely and they have not done the proper barricading, and they've left the job as it is and probably left it. There was pouring rain for the last 2 days in Bangalore. But somebody died because of that. But if you look at the conditions under which these laborers work, they work in pouring rain or sun, or they don't have protective jackets, caps, basic facilities. So there are issues there also. So by palming it off to the contractors, I think the primary agency also should not lose focus saying, okay, it's their problem. So these are different aspects, and some of them are very critical policy issues. The UMTA, which is the Unified Metropolitan Transport Authority, I think it's now been renamed BMLTA, is a critical agency. If you don't have it, you're going to have all these little different things floating around. Yeah. So we do have an issue, but if the issue cannot be handled in Bangalore, which is a bright, forward-looking, extremely citizen-focused city, very, very strong citizen participation. We can't do it anywhere. And these four things must be looked at.
Well, actually, you know, Priya, at a broader level, this is unfortunately a problem that we're seeing even in a metro like Mumbai. We're seeing this in Bengaluru. And I just want to disagree with you slightly when you say it's because of the monsoon. It's not always because of the monsoon. This is a year-round phenomenon when you just see open roads, dug-up roads. Unfortunately, we're out of time and we need to leave it at that. But both to Priya and the BJP spokesperson, Mr. Harish, I thank you so much for joining us this evening.